doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7 back again with another quick view from the van. Hope everybody's okay. I'm recording this on April Fool's morning. It's going to be going out as I'm heading back up towards Tyneside and St James's Park from where I'm sitting. Tomorrow's crucial game against Manchester United, crucial in the battle for fourth, maybe third, who knows, in the Premier League table. And who would have thought that even just last season, to be going in April, still, what is it, 3 defeats all season? It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely off the fucking charts, and it shows the tremendous progress that we have made as a football club recently. And of course, it's the rerun of the League Cup final, a chance of to exact a little bit of revenge. But I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Manchester United for me are everything that is wrong with certain parts of modern day football. They stand for that. With Sunderland not about and not looking as if they're going to be joining the party anytime shortly, they are that team you automatically look for and just look to shit on from a great height, to be honest. I just hate them. I absolutely just despise Manchester United. Fans from all over the place, apart from the place where they are actually fucking from. And yeah, just thick old plastic touristy type fans who, they say, the United faithful and all that sort of thing. They're fucking faithful. If they don't win something for 5 minutes, it's absolutely crisis. And yeah, with that absolute fanny face in charge, fucking brown teeth or whatever you want to call him, Eric Ten Hag, again. Klopp used to grate me with some of the things that he'd come out and how he'd whine and bitch and complain, but this lad's up there. I mean, he's like an arse slick wannabe Alex Ferguson, trying with the mind games, trying to speculate, trying to stir dog shit up and stuff like that. Just a poor man's. You've done fuck all yet. And for a club with their resources, for their spending power, what they have spent, with their fancy Norwich scarves and stuff like that, they should be doing, the Champions League. They should be winning Premier Leagues. They should be winning European competitions and stuff. So the pressure, no doubt, in my opinion, is all on them lot. For us, it has been a fantastic season. It has been a season of progress, no matter what happens, no matter where we finish. I honestly think we will be in a European competition next season, whatever that European competition is, whether it's conference, whether it's the Europa League, whether it's the Champions League, whatever European competition that we finish in. I will be absolutely delighted, and I can't wait. And the club yesterday announcing the friendly with Rangers, it whets the appetite for European nights back at St James's Park. I can't wait for them. And like I say, I'm no snob. I don't see many Newcastle United fans who are snobs, to the fact whether we would turn our nose up at any competition whatsoever. Not too long ago, we had fucking Laurel and Hardy running the football club. Departments were run on the back of a fucking cigarette packet. We had Lee Charnley with his slip-on shoes because he couldn't even tie laces, couldn't switch the fucking light on, wasn't even really trusted or ordering the fucking paper for the photocopier. And now we've got people who care in. The club is going places. 3 defeats all season in the Premier League, and we're fighting it out for Europe. Things are good no matter what happens. We've reached a cup final. It was a tremendous experience, and there promises to be more progression, more squad building. The accounts came out yesterday talking about a strategic plan, getting the business side and the sporting side right, heading in the right direction. There's huge sponsors that have been lined up. Everything is rosy. Every which way you look at our football club, and things are going well. People are positive. There's not a Norwich scarf in bastard sight. There isn't issues around the ownerships. Will they, won't they? There isn't all that circus and stuff like that. So the pressure is most definitely on them. There's no pressure on us, but I want us during the game. Tomorrow as I speak today, as you'll probably listen to this, to get into them, just literally from the first minute, for all the little jibes, all the little digs from Manchester United. I just want us to get into them straight away. I want Joe Linton to get into them straight away. I don't want to give them a minute on the ball. I want the atmosphere to be electric. I want it to be white hot. Yeah, and I just want to go at them for the entire fucking game, and I want to bloody their nose, because the way that they go on and the swagger that they're trying to walk around with, you'd think that they were a Manchester City or something. Yeah, or even an Arsenal this season, with how well that they've played and some of the performances and scorelines that they've got. But yeah, again, Manchester United are at this present moment in time a poor man's Manchester City. They're nowhere near it. Now, I can remember, you know, back in the day when Manchester City were down the leagues and Manchester United were miles away. It's credit to them. And now Manchester United are the ones looking envious at their City neighbours with green eyes, and they're wanting a sheikh. They're wanting somebody from the Middle East to come in and get involved in their club. So how the tables have turned there, that, you know, they're not even the biggest club in their city anymore. Manchester City are the far more modern day, current, more successful team than Manchester United, you know what I mean? So they've got issues, they've got problems to look at, they've got the pressure to deal with. We're just enjoying it. But yeah, I want us to get into them and really let them know and really give them a game. And if we can do that, regardless of the result, I'll be happy, I'll be proud of the lads. Get into there, let them know what we're all about, and then see where it takes us at the end of the day. But yeah, a win would be absolutely fantastic. And in the context of you know, some of the other fixtures that are coming up, with regards to Spurs, we've got 2 games in hand at the moment. We'd obviously have them 1 game in hand to go above them. It could be absolutely huge and massive and set us up for that Spurs game at home. That could then be an absolute fucking slobber knocker against Spurs and whoever the fuck is managing them at the time. But we'll have to see how they respond, obviously, to their circus, because it's been an eventful time, hasn't it, as well for Spurs recently. But like I say again, we'll go into that game with no pressure, like we're going into this game with no pressure. We just want the performance, we want the players to give the all and to go for it, and we will see what we will see. But you know, it's great, isn't it, being back talking about Premier League action after the Borefest of international football. England did great, don't get me wrong. You know, 2 victories, that's all you can ask for. The victory against Italy was probably a little bit unexpected, but again, it's England, isn't it? They always generally qualify. It's when they come to the finals that all of a sudden they just seem to, I don't know, players get tired, injured, fatigued. We just don't deliver when it comes to the you know, to the finals. But that's for another day. That's for further down the road. Massive, like I say, for us tomorrow. We've got quite a few players back. Miggy won't be available though for the next 4 weeks. That came out of the press conference on Friday for Eddie Howe. Despite the positive videos that we've seen uploaded, we're not shithousing like what Manchester United have done repeatedly over Rashford. You know, he's going to be out for another 4 weeks. That's unfortunate, because obviously he's our top scorer. He's a route to goals for us, or has been this season. That's you know, disappointing. Looks like better news on Anthony Gordon. I'm pleased to hear that. He has joined in some of the training this week. I'd imagine he will be back on the bench. I can't imagine Eddie Howe risking him with a start so soon after an injury. So I'd imagine that Anthony Gordon will be on bench duties. And again, it's a good option to be able to bring off the bench. You know, should we need to change things, should we be chasing the game, should we need a goal or anything else like that, or just the energy and the tracking back that he'll bring, it'll be a good option to have him on the bench. Joe Linton, of course, is back. Callum Wilson's recovered from the slight strain he had, stroke illness, so he will be on the bench. Isaac, who got through international duty unscathed, he's you know, all okay and fine. And there's going to be some big calls to be made about the likes of St. Maximin. He's okay. We've seen the training pictures this week. He was out on the grass, you know, doing work, joining with the rest of the lads, so he'll be absolutely fine. But do you start him? Do you bench him? Who starts out wide left? Does Elliot Anderson get a game after an absolute fantastic sub appearance last time out against Nottingham Forest. Does he stick Joe Linton out wide left to get that work and all the good stuff that he brings out there, or do you put him in the middle to sort of protect the defence and have a little bit more physicality in the centre of the pitch, and maybe move, I don't know, say Joe Willock out to the left hand side position, which is a position that he can do. Think about the Leicester game when we scored, Bruno scored right at the end. It was a fantastic run by Willock down the left hand side. He can do that run really good. He is faster than what you actually give him, anybody gives him credit for. He's really, really quick, he's rapid, a good cross in him, as we saw again last time out. So perhaps we could play Willock out on the left hand side, bring Joe Linton into the middle with Bruno and Sean Longstaff, something like that. It'll be interesting to see what Eddie goes with. He's certainly got some selection dilemmas. Eddie spoke as well about Fabian Schär. He's benefited from this rest. He has been playing injured, he has been carrying a knock. So the 2 weeks, definitely a massive plus for him. Sven Botman, he's recovered from a bout of bad food poisoning. Now, I had this a couple of years ago, and it was a fucking absolute killer. I got it abroad, and I was told I was lucky to fucking make it back, to be honest. Lost a load of weight. I mean, I think Sven Botman might have been in a dodgy state there, I don't know. But the top bottom of it is, from what Eddie Howe said in his press conference, is that he's okay, he's fine, he'll make this weekend, he's been training, no issues, no problems. It's just unfortunate and frustrating for the lad to miss out on making his international bow for Holland, because I think he would have seen action over this most recent break. But his time will come, there's no doubt about it, because he has been absolutely fantastic for us this season. He's performing to a high standard, a high level, so I've got no issues, no problems, no qualms when it comes to Sven Botman. He will make waves on the international scene, I've no doubt about it, at all. Everybody else is okay. Trippier didn't have much to do when he was away with England, he'll be absolutely fine. Maybe a slight question mark over what will happen at left back. I think it'll be Dan Burn again, to be honest. I can't imagine him bringing Target back in. It must be frustrating for Target. I don't think he's done anything wrong. He just had an injury at an unfortunate time, and that is the same sort of situation, isn't it, for this Alan St-Maximin? They've just had injuries at unfortunate times, and then people have come in and performed more often than not to a very high standard, and that has meant that their game time, as a result, has become limited. Speaking about the Saint, he actually has done an interview for Sky Sports. Some of it has been leaked out or titivated, shall we say, by Keith Dowdy. And he spoke about the fact he had options to leave in January. The club said, look, we don't want to lose you, you're an important player for us. So he decided not to go. He spoke about the connection with the fans. How he's matured over the last couple of years, how he loves it here, how he wants to get Champions League football, hopefully for the club as well, sorted. So again, a massive positive, and you just know that St. Maximin is desperate to prove a point, isn't he? He's desperate to shut the doubters up, and it's the perfect platform tomorrow. He goes out and has an absolute barnstormer tomorrow, today as you were watching this, then yeah, he'll answer his critics in the best possible way, and you wouldn't put it past, would you? You wouldn't put it past Saint to be able to pull out something, to produce a goal, a moment of magic, a la what happened at, say, the Wolves game, something like that, something audacious. You score, we get a point, we get 3 points, and yeah, he's that sort of player. He's one of those, like I say, he's a needle mover. He's a player who, in a moment of magic, can literally just flick a switch, bang, and it's like, there you go. How easy is that? It just looks absolutely effortless when he does it. But if he does start tomorrow, he's going to have to graft. He's going to have to fit and mould into that Eddie Howe system, and that Eddie Howe work ethic, and that press from the front. That's possibly the issue, I think, still at the moment. It's no knock on St. Maximin at all, but it's, does he fit into that system? or does somebody like a Jacob Murphy more fit into the system, who's willing to work, who's willing to track back, so on and so forth. And as for Jacob Murphy, will he start this game as well? It's difficult to second guess Eddie, but again, he's done nothing wrong. Every time he's come on as a substitute, he's looked decent. He's put a couple of crosses in. When he started the game, he's done decent. He's put crosses in. He's a confident lad. He's clearly passionate about the club. He loves the club. So again, huge calls, and the team sheet will be so interesting to have a look at when it's when it's sent out by Eddie Howe. What has he gone for? And then looking at the bench, is the bench stronger? Because the bench recently hasn't been great, and we need options to be able to bring off the bench to be able to change the game and to manage the game. Although that's probably a dirty word if you're the Manchester United lot, because they're constantly talking about our dark arts and time wasting and stuff, despite the fact, of course, that it was them who time wasted for the entirety of the 45 minutes for the second half in the League Cup final, and despite the fact that it was actually their goalkeeper who got booked as well, wasn't it? I seem to remember, for time wasting. So yeah, short memory, the Manchester United lot. They're talking about the dark arts, time wasting. When they're doing it, it's game management. When we're doing it, it's time wasting, isn't it? So yeah, typical Manchester United, always playing the victims, always doing this, that and the other. You've only got to look at that Goldbridge's tweets to be able to see your classic Manchester United victimised state. Oh my word. They should try not being in the cartel, try not to be in the greedy six, and working within the Premier League and stuff like that to see what it's actually truly like. They should actually also try and go through an 18-month saga and fight for the existence of your football club, for an 18-month slog just to get a takeover through that's probably going to take them, 18 days. In context, yeah, you're not doing so badly, are you? You're not being treated so badly. You haven't had some of the absolute humdinging referee decisions that we've had. He's trying to, their manager's trying to already to sort of influence the referee, isn't he, before the game, talking about our use of the dark arts and stuff like that. Pot calling the kettle fucking black, isn't it? Type job that. And I'm not having all these sort of, like I say, it's fucking B-Tech, isn't it? It's just B-Tech Ferguson that he's trying to be. No. They should just try and be your own manager, your own man, and do it in your own way. And that's why I, again, respect Eddie Howe so much when he's talking about the history of Newcastle United. He's talking about some of the greats, and he's saying, look, we're not trying to be the next entertainers or the next this or the next that or Bobby's team or whatever. We're just trying to be the best version of us, and it's so refreshing rather than this fucking like I say, wannabe Ferguson, because you're not going to be able to do it. The greatest manager in the world couldn't literally copy his style and his way. He needs to stop complaining and bitching about time wasting and the dark arts and stuff like that. The man who invented it, the club that invented it, was Manchester United. Fergie time. So it's absolute shite from Manchester United, but it's just what I would expect of them, because they are that sort of club. I cannot wait it, and I'll tell you something, I'll love it if we beat them. Go on, KK. Bloody hell. But yeah, looking forward to the game. Hopefully Newcastle United get the points. My prediction, I think it's going to be a close cage game. I think there will be a few goals in it. I think it's going to finish 2-1. 2-1 to Newcastle United, and that will do absolutely great. Yeah. That's what I'm going for. Let me know what you think down below. Technical gremlins. So let me know who you would start tomorrow. Who would you start? Who do you think Eddie Howe will start with? What's the score going to be? And are you as sick as me as listening to the Manchester United manager just constantly witch and moan and just generally be an annoying bastard, to be honest? He's literally getting an absolute cockwomble, to be honest, at this stage. And how deep are we going to go into this fight for European football? Personally, at the moment, we are balls deep in it all. We are literally in the centre of it. It is in Newcastle United's hands, because if we win our games, there is absolutely sweet fuck all that anybody else is going to be able to do that will affect us. That much is for certain. But it has to start against Manchester United at home at St James's Park. A massive game. Like I say, I'm going 2-1. Let me know your score down below. In the meantime as well, please do click the subscribe button on Magpie 24/7. We are going to be pushing the channel as much as we can. Over 107,000 followers. It's amazing for Magpie 24/7 across the board. But we really need that push and that help and support more now so than ever on the YouTube side. So please click like and also hit the subscribe button. Costs you absolutely nothing, but helps us out massively in the process. But for now, I'll leave it there. I'll be back, probably do a drive home reaction to the game tomorrow, and then a full review the day after, as we're hopefully talking about 3 points for Newcastle United and Manchester United being pissed off. That would be absolutely lovely. And of course, us heading up the Premier League table as well. So in the meantime, take care, keep it tuned, and I'll speak to you later.